Hey guys, and welcome back to the Behind the Play podcast, brought to you by 1IQ Sports. I'm Will. That's DJ. And the AL East is looking pretty nice. It's looking pretty snazzy since we last talked. I just want to throw it out there because I think this is the one stat that I keep coming back to that I think is just fucking crazy. The New York Yankees won the series against the Jays. They were 2 games back.
Correct.
Less than 2 weeks later, a week and a half later, they're 5 games back. They dropped 3 games in a week and a half after taking the series and being within striking distance. We were looking at it. We're like, oh, shit. Like,
it's getting dicey.
That doesn't look good. It's not ideal. It's doable, but it's not ideal. And then they were like, Houston, Baltimore, Tampa Bay, easy shit, easy shit. And that's what it's been, man. It's been crazy. I've stopped saying the Jays are good. I've stopped this game is over stuff. I was saying that shit in May. I can't say it now, man. I can't say it now. The game's never over until out 27. Because it's when you least expect it, it's just boom. Oh shit, we've scored 3 runs in the 9th inning and now we have the lead.
It's actually shocking. Even with those 3 teams being like, I mean, Houston's a good team. They've kind of fallen off though. Then Baltimore, Tampa, these are teams that we're used to just getting our hearts broken. And no matter if it's scrappy, close, and stressful, we just seem to always get the win. Like yesterday's game is the number one prime example of a game that I don't think I've ever been so certain we were gonna lose, and somehow we just won.
I was sitting there and I'm like, man, it's gonna suck dropping you Savage's start, but maybe they get something late. Maybe they get scrappy, and then they scored the run in the 8th inning, and I was like, we might win this game. And then it was Hoffman in the 9th inning, I think it was. I was kind of like, ooh, I didn't like that. Yeah. And he got it done. And then Braden Fisher put his nuts in the state of Florida. Bro. That was insane. That was such a ballsy performance. Nails. Trey Savage was filthy, man. That dude, 6 more years. Watch out.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. That was nuts. I mean, it was a little shaky off the bat, and I'm like, what's going on? I was like,
no.
Okay.
I ignored the first inning because the first inning of each Trey Savage start at a new level is the shakiest of his of the season. So I was kind of like, oh, they got out of that with only 1 run. And then he settled in. I'm like, all right, Trey Savage here. I was skeptical. I'm not going to lie. I was skeptical. I was like, not of the start, just the process. I was like, do we want to, lift him up? And then what if he gets fucking shell shocked? And then you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
He made me eat my words and then some, man. I have been singing Trey Savage's song ever since. That dude's filthy. His arm angle with a 4-seam or a fastball and a splitter has got to be hell. Just tunneling hell for a hitter. Because it's in the same spot until the very last second when it either goes shoom or shoom. And it's filthy.
His splitter is one of the best pitches in the league.
That's an 80 grade splitter, and it's not even close. Yeah. I'd make a 90 grade for that splitter.
He might have a top 3 splitter already, and it's been 1 star. I'm watching this guy, and I've seen a lot of clips.
Kevin Gausman wishes he has that splitter.
With his arm angle, it's almost not fair. And don't get me wrong, Tampa isn't the best team ever, but they got a pretty good lineup.
They just have devil magic against the Jays.
And it's a minor league ballpark, which might be good for Trey.
I think that helped him, low key.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the little league dimensions, but
right.
No home runs. besides the Yandy Diaz ball, nothing really got hit hard from what
Andy
I
just destroys the Blue
remember.
Jays. Yeah.
And he was robbed of a clean, immaculate inning, which is
Yeah.
fucking crazy. He would have had an immaculate. It counts in my book. He had an immaculate inning. Like, Laz Diaz is just slow.
I can't believe we didn't even talk about that yesterday, but I was like,
I think
that was the craziest robbery of all time.
It didn't
Like, I was
process
shocked.
in my mind until Dan said, "Oh, and Trey Savage just struck out the side on 10 pitches." And I
10
was
pitches,
like,
yes, yeah. I did the same thing. I
had a double take. I was like, "What? Wait a minute."
But the math ain't mathing.
Dude.
I literally, yeah.
I haven't felt that way about an MLB debut in like forever. Like that tops
Alek Manoah.
That tops Alek Manoah.
But it's similar.
Similar.
The hype is similar.
The hype leading into it was similar. The hype coming out of it, I compare it to the JP Arancibia debut way back when he had the 2 homers, he had the single, the double, he was the triple shy of the cycle. That's the level of like, I'm like, I was sitting there, I'm like, this dude's like, that's a huge piece of the future.
Man. Yeah. He's progressing so fast.
I text you, if Bieber sticks around next year, I think I text you this. If Bieber sticks around next year, that 1, 2, 3 of Gosman, Bieber, Savage is filthy.
Filthy. Yeah. And imagine we add another piece to that.
Get a Michael King in there or something, or a Dylan Cease, or a, God forbid they trade for an Alcantara or like a Edward Cabrera or Joe Ryan. Like,
there's so many options.
Or God forbid Alek Manoah returns.
Yeah, and when I heard, like...
Have you seen his stuff? It's looking pretty good in AAA.
I didn't see his last start, but I seen, like...
He's looking pretty good in AAA. Like, he's
calmed down after the
return. Like, I wouldn't put him in a postseason run right now.
No.
But, like, I'd give him spring training and be like, hey, man, like, it's there. It is there. Yeah. So...
Yeah, I mean, fuck, It's insane to see, like, how fast the Savage has just rammed up our system. Yeah. Like it feels like yesterday he was in single A. Like,
he was in Florida. So, well, I mean, he's in Florida right now, but he was in Dunedin, like, yesterday, and now he's wearing a Blue Jay uniform. Bro, I don't know.
It's
crazy. I saw the Juan Guzman comparisons, and I was like, yes, sir.
Bro, I seen a quote or whatever. He had an interview before the game. They're like, "Are you scared?" And he's like, "I'm playing a kid's game. Why would I be scared?" I was
like, okay. It was like the I don't feel pressure, and I was like, no Alek Manoah quotes.
And I was like, okay, you're playing a kid's game. Gave up the first inning was shaky, and then he just locked the fuck in.
He looked like a 20-year-old playing against a bunch of 13-year-olds. Like, he was just fucking it.
Yeah.
It was sick.
He could have kept going, too. So he could have got 10 strikeouts.
Oh, he could have easily gone through the 6. I get why they limited him, though. I do get it. Right. As much as they're going to say there's no workload, there is going to be a bit of a workload. Because I think in John Schneider's mind and now Ross Atkins' mind, and now into the mind of you, does Trey Savage throw postseason innings? If so, is it in the rotation or in the bullpen?
Well, I'm trying to think right now. So he probably has at least 2 more starts in the rest of the year, or 3. 2. How many does he have?
I think it would be Kansas City, and then Saturday against Tampa Bay is how I think it lines up. Because I think it'd be Sunday in Kansas City.
In my mind, barring anything catastrophic, I mean, he's almost guaranteed a spot in the play, or like on the roster for me. But starting a game is tough. Like, I don't know. I think Brios has been so shaky.
He's gonna make some uncomfortable. Scherzer's been shaky too. He's gonna create some uncomfortable conversations.
Right. As of right now, I don't think he starts a game. He's definitely in the bullpen for me. But there's been some shaky pitching from our starters. the next couple weeks actually do matter. Even if like if we do clinch early, like there's gonna be some talks
The
and
clinching
just some
early
work.
could be good because it could give some
Right.
guys, like some of the rotation guys, a day. Um,
Yeah.
in my mind, there's no question about it. Trey Savage is pitching postseason baseball this year, which is
Right.
fucking
Yes.
crazy to begin with. And I genuinely, maybe it's a hot take, maybe I'm delusional. I think he starts a game. Like genuinely, I think he starts a game. I don't know if I trust Scherzer right now to run out there with all the hard contact he gets. Like
Yeah.
maybe it's a bulk. Maybe instead of a start, it's like a bulk thing. Like maybe Scherzer goes 3 and Savage goes 4. Like maybe that's the thing.
Right.
But like, man, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be shocked if Sage Scherzer gets knocked around the next 2 weeks. You know,
Right.
Barrios isn't. I don't give Barrios a postseason ball, man. So you're looking Gosman's game 1 locked in, Bieber's game 2 locked in. You give it to Bassett for game 3, no question about that. Like you have to then at that point. If we're talking about Scherzer and Barrios being shaky, dude, Savage I think gives them a better chance to win a game in the playoffs than Barrios would right now or Scherzer right now. Just the way the lack of information on Savage, the fact that he's so new to the league is going to help them. Like hitters aren't going to have faced him. Like he's not going to line up against Boston. Kansas City isn't making the playoffs. Tampa Bay is dead. So there's that. You know, I think he could start. I don't think he's going 7 innings, but like if he gives you 5 innings or 4 innings as a starter, and then maybe you flip it to Scherzer or Bassett to go 2, or Scherzer like Lauer or Barrios to go 2. I don't think it's crazy
Yeah.
in the ALCS we're seeing Savage start a playoff game. Is all I'm saying.
Listen, I, like I said, I definitely think he's penciled himself in, but at the same time, this is one start in against
Yeah,
like a team that's not it's not the best team in the world, but like the next 2 weeks, if he goes out there and does the same thing he did, you can't say no. I'd like to say,
I think
like right,
the door's open to a start. I don't
yeah,
think you know. We were saying it was a low likelihood he makes the MLB this year.
hmm
Here he
yeah,
is. You know, it's a low likelihood that he starts a game, but man, if he dog walks these
hmm
next 2 starts and he's walking in to the playoffs with like 3 career starts, whatever, and it's like hitters aren't hitting him and he's got an ERA under 2
yeah,
and the ball's staying on the ground because the ball's not really going in the air when he's pitching. That's huge. That changes everything because then you get rid of the element of a home run.
yeah.
It's crazy.
And also, like, even if, right, worst case scenario, well, not worst, but like, let's say he goes out and he's like, okay, he's like decent, he's like solid, and we put him in the pen. You have Lauer coming out the pen, you have Trey coming out the pen, like all these like high leverage slash like long inning guys that could like come out the pen, but basically start you a game and win you a game. That's huge for our bullpen because they've been really shaky. The last couple weeks they've been better, but like in the playoffs, that is such a huge win for the Blue Jays to have like 2 extra arms that could give you 4 innings.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Well, next week we'll have to make our playoff roster when we get back from Toronto.
Yeah.
Um, so I
We can
guess in
even
a little
discuss
bit
them over
longer.
there.
Yeah. Uh, there's going to be some uncomfortable conversations because they have to trim it. 2 guys, I
Right.
believe. It has to be 26. If Trey
Mhm.
Savage is in there, there's an uncomfortable conversation with a guy who deserves to be there as well. That like, hey, this 22-year-old kid is knocking you out of the playoff roster.
Yeah. And there's a few guys in the bullpen that like are just
Because like
I
Barunki
don't
was
think
the
they're ready
obvious
for
choice to not go.
right.
I think like if I had to guess, I was gonna say Tommy Nance, just because he's like the lowest leverage guy.
Yeah,
But
but
like they aren't gonna
he's been pretty solid.
they aren't gonna run 3 starters in the bullpen. Do you tell Barrios like, hey, we don't think your stuff plays out of the pen too well, and you're shaky, or are you having an uncomfortable conversation with Max Scherzer and saying, "Hey, you're not on the roster"?
I
Because I think
mean,
a starter
oh
has to
man,
get.
it's
I
so
think it's a
hard.
starter who has to get cut. You don't want three long guys. Like I like
No,
Scherzer close. Like I like Scherzer going fucking lunatic in the seventh inning. I think that's sick. I want that. I
I
think
think
I think we have an uncomfortable conversation with Barrios, and you're like, "Hey man, see you in the
I mean
LCS."
they might have already. They're gonna probably talk to him after today's start and be like, okay, boys, like it's time to lock in here. There's no hard feelings. We might be forced into a difficult decision. I wanted to say something, okay? This might be a hot take,
Mm-hmm.
but like, and I know he's good when he wants to be or whatever, but Brandon Little just seems like a terrible idea to bring into
Oh
the playoffs.
yes, no, 100%. If they let like that's what I want to see Lauer pitch a seventh inning or like an eighth inning because I think he could be fine. Like I'd love to see
Right.
him in a high leverage spot because the
Hmm.
first time I see Brendan Little walk out of the Rogers Center bullpen in Game One of the ALDS, I might die. Like I genuinely might have a heart attack. I'll cardiac arrest. My heart will explode.
It seems like the bigger the situation, the like the harder he collapses and can't find the strike zone. And we can't have it like I know no one can like anyone can
He
barely
can't
hit
be,
him,
yeah, but like he can't be
but
walking.
you can't be walking two batters an inning in the playoffs. It's just not how it's gonna work.
No, God no.
So
Um,
so he just
and
seems
then
like a disaster to me.
who's the awkward conversation? Like who's the guy you leave off the? You gotta leave a couple. Who? Okay, Santander's back in a week.
Yeah.
Let's say he starts. He's back Tuesday.
Yeah.
Who do you send down? Who do you get rid of?
Yeah, that's a hard one. I really, bro, like Joey Loperfito's fighting his ass off to stay on this team. I mean, he got sent down, and you kind of forgot how good he was mid-season, and then he gets called back up, and you see the numbers, and you're like, whoa, he was nasty. It was just unfortunate someone had to get sent down, and then he's back now, and he's raking again,
He drove in the winning run
and
today.
yeah, he hit a nuke, and it's just know he's the easy one to be like, okay, go down. But like, really, he hasn't really shown a reason to go down.
I
Uh,
know.
but again, like defensively, we're so solid. Like,
I think, unfortunately, he makes the most sense
yeah, he does.
because he has the options. But like,
Yeah.
do you
Like,
do you
I
need a
don't
tie
know.
France in the playoffs?
Um,
Like Vladdy's theoretically like you're not gonna pull Vladdy out of a game, and Ernie can play first base. Do you need a tie France?
uh,
Like, do you
that's
say,
so tough.
do you
He's been
go,
nasty too.
do you like, are you like, hey Joey, like, while Bo's out, we're gonna send you down to bring Santander back, and then we're gonna bring you up, and like France and I, like, and you're gonna be on the playoff roster, and we'll figure it out after that. Like, do you do that and like you cut two infielders, or do you just like,
It,
hey man, you were fighting on the edge.
the thing is, it's a hard decision because all our role players have been so good. Even since
Like
France
even
has been
France and IKF have been solid, man.
he's
IKF
been great.
won them game
Both of them.
one and or tied the game in game one against Houston.
IKF can go. IKF
IKF
can
could
go.
go. I
Yeah.
think he's the most likely infield. Like when Bo's back,
Yeah.
IKF is gone.
Yeah.
Um, it's
It's
just
got to be IKF for me. To Ty France has been really good, and it also gives you like obviously someone else can play first, but Ty France is a really underrated defender, and to have him into the lineup, he's really good platooning,
yeah.
and he's been hitting over like 300 since we got him. So it's like we're in a good situation. It's just tough because
When you're
someone's got to
asking
go.
who has to go instead of God, who fills that last spot, you're in a pretty good spot. Like I bet you
Yeah,
the Yankees are probably like, oh fuck. There's probably about four guys
yeah,
that they're like, ooh, do we have to include them? They're like, we're gonna include you, but you're not gonna see the field. Like there's,
yeah.
you know, I would say Seattle's probably not dealing with that. Seattle's probably going like, who do we have to get rid of? Like they might have one.
Right.
Detroit's probably already got it figured out. Like I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Houston's probably going, fuck, who's gonna fit in? We need like five
Yeah.
guys right now. Boston, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, bro, we have it too figured out at this point. I mean, that's the benefit of, missing Santander for the whole year and being a team almost 30 games above 500 is like it's no like there's no one superstar. Yeah, Springer's been really good, Bo's been really good, but this team just gets it done.
It's
Whether it's
everyone.
Tyler Heineman, like whether it's IKF, whoever the fuck, Kirk has just been a demon. So I honestly couldn't tell you. I think IKF is almost a lock for me to go down. He's the easiest one. He just got picked up. He's made some errors already. He's not the best. He's a good contact guy, but we have a lot of contact in the lineup.
Yeah.
Just makes the
He
most
feels
sense.
just like a good safety option. Like he hasn't started really any games.
Yeah.
And like it makes sense getting rid of an outfielder, sending an outfielder down when Santander comes up, because Springer will have to go in the outfield. Like I don't think
Mm.
Santander will play outfield too much.
No, he won't.
I don't know, it's a good problem to have when you're 5 games up on the division, 4 games up on the league. Um,
Anything can happen, though.
you're good. Like
Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Mentioning, we haven't really talked about it much, but Bo being out for the rest of the year really changes things too.
it sucks. It puts more emphasis on like win the division, and then just
Hmm.
tell Bo October 4th, be ready. You know,
Yeah.
like just do what you need to do to get yourself ready on October 4th, and we'll see you
Hmm.
then. Uh, I hope they don't win the division in Kansas City. As cool as it
Hmm.
would be to celebrate on Kauffman, um,
Yeah,
I'd rather them win the division in front of 45,000 Blue Jay fans on Tuesday against Boston.
for sure. For sure,
Do you think they'll
100%.
have
I
a
think
celebration
that's
for
the
clinching
dream.
the #1 record in the American League?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like on the
I
field?
mean,
Because I don't think
I
so.
think,
I think
okay, if they,
Rogers Center will have a thing that's like #1 seed in the American League. But I don't think like the players probably aren't going to rush the mound. They might have a beer in the locker room or something, but like I don't think that's going to be. I'm trying to think. Like I've never seen a team really do it, but like maybe they do and they just don't show it.
that's the thing. It depends what you consider. I think total untucked jerseys, backward caps, maybe some fucking Gatorade pours like
Yeah.
usual, some fucking hype. Because, like, that's a big deal for the franchise
Well, it's a big.
to win.
I mean, look at this team's record at home. 25 games over 500 at home.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like, you put this team at home, they're winning
Mhm.
like 90% of the time. You know?
I had another I had another
It's insane
weird
over there.
question, but I was thinking about this. Bassett been really good, right? He's been solid, but he lines up to be like what, your third starter in the playoffs?
Hmm.
He's been horrendous away from home.
I know.
So does that affect possibly like throwing in number two and
It
putting
could.
Bieber in number three?
It could. Um,
Because I was thinking about
it
that.
really could. I don't know when Bassett's. Does Bassett start tomorrow? No,
I don't know
Gosman
who
starts
it is
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Bassett started. Bassett starts. He'll have one more start on the road. It'll be against Kansas City. I think that'll
Mhm.
be a big telltale. But I think.
I mean,
Well,
Bieber's
that's
not been that good. I mean,
no. But
you know,
so I think, say it's Bassett on a short lease. Maybe that's where Scherzer fits in. Where you're like, hey man, or it's just
yeah.
Savage. Where you're like, hey, you're gonna be like, get ready. Like, Chris might only go for 3 or 4 innings. But like
Yeah.
the last couple road starts, knock on wood,
Right. Yeah.
an improvement. They've been good. I haven't sat in a Bassett start where I'm confident. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna win. But like, or like, it's gonna be like I'm confident the Jays are gonna win every game. But I'm
I
not sitting
see.
there like going like, oh, Bassett's on the mound, we're fucked. But I'm not going, oh, Bassett's on the mound, we're chilling. It's ugh.
Is he not like 9-0 at home?
He's crazy at home. I don't look at the record though. Record fucking sucks.
Obviously, but his
His
ERA,
ERA is
his
pretty low.
splits
He's
are
got an ERA
insane.
below 3, I think, at home. I wouldn't be against it. I assume that's gonna go into it.
Right.
Where
It has
like,
to. I mean, Bieber's not been perfect either.
no.
Like he's been a little shaky at
I mean,
times.
dude, if Bieber's your game 3 starter and that's a clincher game, like,
I'm happy. I'm fucking happy. Tough
that's the only
decisions.
that's the only point where I look at like the argument against Trey Savage is like, say you drop one of the first 3 games in the ALDS, then you're looking
Mhm.
at game 4 as like, hey Trey, go win us the playoff series, or it's like
Yeah.
Scherzer's done it all, but he's
Right.
also 75 and slowing down a little bit. I don't know. Maybe the
That's the thing.
playoffs unlocks another gear that we just don't know about.
That's the thing. We have so many veteran guys that
That's what, dude. I wouldn't
like
be shocked if they call up a starter on like that final weekend, and they're just like, but like, do you let Gosman and Bassett sit for 7 days and Bieber? Like,
no,
I don't know if I would. I
no.
think if you win the division, you're like, okay, go get your work, but you're only gonna go 6. Like we're capping
Yeah.
you at 6. You're not.
God,
I'd even look at Gosman and be like, man, I don't care how many pitches you have through 6, you're sitting after the 6th.
I mean, yeah. Gauze has been an entirely new pitcher since the second half has
He has been
begun.
2022 Kevin Gosman.
Yeah, he's been nasty, and he gives me that confidence. Right now, I don't want to jinx it because anything can change, but like, it gives me that feeling of like he's on the mound. Okay, we're getting at least 6 of no more than 2 runs.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
and that's what I want in my starters coming into the playoffs. Everyone else is kind of a loose cannon right now for me.
Yeah. It's, yeah, I still, I think just because of the pedigree of Shane Bieber, I'm
Yeah,
pretty confident in Shane Bieber. Like when Shane Bieber's towing the slab out there, I'm like, all right, like the chances of us not winning this game are low. Um, because even when he's not good, he's better than most. You know, like
he's
his
able to
bad outings
control it.
still look good. Like it's just one inning where you're like,
Yeah,
ooh, and then it's kind
yeah,
of like, all right, here we go. Um,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I have faith.
I think the number one person that would benefit from just a breather right now and who could
Hoffman.
come back and, well, Hoffman, no doubt, but like from the starters, it's got to be Barrios for me. It's like he's got to just sit down and like chill
Sit for a
because he
minute. Yeah.
could easily get his stuff back and be nasty in the playoffs. But right now, it's just like, no.
How many days are left in the season? So I want to propose something to you, but I want to figure out first how many days are left in the season. 2,
Is it 13 or 14?
6, 12 days. Okay, never mind.
Oh, wow, it's
Um,
running low.
so Hoffman's velo is down like 2, 3-ish miles an hour. Like he's throwing 93, 94, and he was throwing like 96,
In the
97.
middle. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to propose a 15-dayer for him and just have him come back. But like Hoffman on more than 1 day rest is fucking terrifying. Like I'm even worried for game 1, Gosman, where I'm like, man, I really hope they fucking find something for him to do the night before. Like, or the 2 nights before. Like, game 1 Saturday. I hope Thursday they find something for him to do on that mound. Like, have him throw a simulated inning against like the dudes, or like, all right, for every hit you give up, we get to throw a baseball at your back or something.
I mean, yeah, you got to keep them loose. That's the tough part, and like getting the buy. So you never know what to expect from these guys when they get that layoff. But at
I
the same time,
I saw the
go ahead.
argument, just like the buy had a lot of talk, mainly because the teams in the National League, I don't think a single team has won, if I'm not
One
mistaken.
what?
Maybe the Dodgers have the LDS.
Oh,
Like
oh, oh,
it's been a real issue over there where like
yeah,
the buy really for some reason screws the National League teams up. Do you think the
yeah.
buy actually throws a disadvantage toward the Jays, or do you think like or towards any team, or do you think like the teams that are winning the division that are getting the bye are like fucking thank God, you get to line up your game one against their game two or their game three or four, you're a little bit more fresh than they are, or are you kind of thinking where teams are like, let's just play in the wild card and see what happens?
I, it's a hard one for me. Um, for the Blue Jays specifically, it's nice to get past that wild card series because it gets like
I
the
wouldn't want to.
fucking
I wouldn't want to play in
eh,
the wild card series.
no. I mean, especially with our bad luck
Yeah.
in the wild card.
Well, like even just the toss up of it. The Rockies beat the
Right.
Dodgers in a 3-game series this year.
Right. Yeah.
Like that could have
Yeah.
been the Dodgers season. Like there you go, you lost to the Rockies in the wild card.
Right.
I think the buy is something that for some reason it's not working and it's an adjustment, but like I don't think it shouldn't be as noticeable as it is. Maybe it goes to show that National League teams are just that much. This gap in teams 1 through 6 is much closer than the gap 1 through 6 in the American League. But like
I mean, maybe.
last year, both American League teams that got the bye won the division series. Like that was the ALCS matchup was 1v2.
Yeah. I think it does have something to do with like how you prep your guys too. Like,
Yeah.
and if a team comes in smoking hot, and you always see a team like that, like the D-backs or whatever, coming in hot, and they're just going to steamroll you, that's not because you got a longer break. That's just because they were better than you.
Yeah.
Um, but like, yeah, no, I think it's overall a benefit. That's why it's there in the first place. I could see why it like fucks with a few teams because it is like a longer layover, especially if you do rest your guys in the last
Mm-hmm.
week of the year because you're like, oh, let's get some rest. And then it bites you, like how you were saying with Gosman or
Yeah.
Hoffman. If you're sitting there doing nothing, yeah, you're gonna run out of
Well, I think
like your
you find a
groove.
way to keep it on the routine. Like you throw a sim game or something.
Yeah,
I would
just be smart about it.
I would say the one American League team that there's no disadvantage to playing in the wild card series is the Mariners, was solely
Hmm.
because they have 5 studs in that rotation. So like what you
Yeah, they're
throw
scary.
Brian Wu and like what Luis Castillo or George Kirby or
Mhm.
whoever
Yeah, they're
game,
scary.
like they got a 1 through 5 where you're like Bryce Miller's nasty. Like they're
Yeah.
just
They're a team you don't want to play, and they're like catching up or catching on rate when you expect them
I think
to.
Seattle getting a bye is a bigger advantage than any other team getting a bye because
Yeah,
then
oh yeah.
they're 1 and 2, like they're 4 and 5 rivals a lot of teams 1 and 2 just in actual the way they pitch. Um,
Hmm.
Whereas like they're 1, 2, and 3, like they could sweep whoever walks to their doorstep in the game one if they get the bye into the ALDS. Like no question. If the
Right.
Mariners clinch the bye, I'll say this now: if the Mariners clinch that second seed, whoever walks into the ALDS to play the Mariners gets swept. I'll throw that one out right now.
I fuck. I Yeah, they're a scary team in the playoffs. They're
That's the one
like
team
the
I don't want to
one team.
face.
Yeah,
I don't want to
exactly.
face Seattle at fucking all.
I think New York's the team I want to face in the playoffs, to be honest.
Boston
They're
too,
just
man. I would love to play Boston.
I just don't I know they could get hot, but I think the Yankees are such an overrated team.
I think for
That
the
could
fun of beating the Yankees, I would like that.
yeah.
But like the downfall of playing the
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that
um,
is scary.
I don't know, man.
Boston, we could beat Boston. I mean,
I,
I right
I
now it seems
genuinely
like we could beat
every team I
anyone.
look at, I'm like, we can beat them. And that's
Yeah.
just because I think the AL is so wide open.
And Detroit doesn't scare me right now either. Like, I
No,
think we're a better team than Detroit.
standings would agree with you.
Yeah.
I can't
Yes,
believe.
standings.
So I looked at Fangraphs. It's 98.1% chance the Blue Jays clinch the division.
Wow, 98?
Well, you gotta
That's
think
a little
the
that's a
magic
little
number for the
high.
playoffs is 3, and the magic number for the division is 6. If the Jays, I don't even know what it is anymore, because the Jays went 7-6, New York had to go 12-1. Last night, if the Jays went 500 or whatever, like after last night's game, if the Jays went 500, New York had to win out
Damn.
because of the tiebreaker. So you look at the division, and it's,
Yeah, it says
New
5, but
York's
it's
5
6.
back, but it's 6 back.
Yeah,
So
it's
there's 6
6.
back with 10 to play.
Jeez. Yeah. Okay, 98's ludicrous though. I'd say like 92.
No, I think it's 9. I'd almost say 99.
99 just seems like it has to, I guess it almost has to be perfect, but it seems
It
like a
has to.
92, 93.
It would require
A lot.
a lot for the division to flip. I think they would
I mean,
require a lot
yeah.
for a lot of divisions to flip. Like I think, like Detroit's got that shit locked down. Even with Cleveland Storm, and I think Detroit's got that locked down. Um, Milwaukee's got it locked down. It's still close, but it's sort of close. But they got that locked down. Obviously, Philly's already locked it down. I
Oh my
feel
God,
pretty
yeah.
comfortable in saying Toronto's got it locked down. And I'd even feel comfortable in saying the Dodgers have the West locked down.
Listen, regardless what happens, let's just sit here for a sec
And just
and
appreciate
realize,
that on
yeah, like
September
what,
16th, we're sitting here going, well, we're going to make the playoffs. Are we the 1 seed or the 2 seed?
yeah, exactly.
Whereas 2 years ago, we were sitting here, we were going, fuck, are we going to make the playoffs?
I mean, yeah, and
We walked into
fuck.
Minnesota and got spanked.
Ever since Bo hit that fucking home run in the ninth.
If my final moment of Boba Shed is him tumbling towards home plate at
Oh,
fucking
bro.
Stanton level speed, getting thrown out by 40 feet, and going knee on knee with Austin Wells, check me
Yeah.
into an insane asylum, man. Like, just
Ever since
don't
I
let me
got this,
outside.
everything since I got this ball back, I think that I got it during that Texas series. We've just been so fucking golden, so I haven't touched it, and
You just
I've
touched
left
it.
it just
You
on
just
my.
touched it.
Yeah, yeah, that's the first time since.
I
But
call it
it's
the
staying where it was.
I call it the Keegan Matheson saving season. He released the book, and the Jays just went on a run. It's
You
been
think-
I like all the things that are like, since blah blah blah, the Jays have this record, the best in the American League. Yeah, since opening day, the Jays have the best record in the American League. Like I think John Morosi put that tweet out. It was like, since the All Star break, Toronto's done this and this. That's the best record in the American League. Everyone's like, hey John, they just
They
have the
have the
best
best.
record in the American League.
Yeah, at first it's like they've been the best since then, but like okay,
They
it's
like
we've
when they
had
aren't
the
in
lead of the
first.
East for how long?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
when we weren't the number 1 seed, and we were like sitting there like in early July, and we're like, oh shit, like is the
yeah.
AL East division winner going to be a wild card team? And they're like, yeah, the Jays have the best record in this span. You're like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then it's like, well, we're up. We have the best record by 4 games in the American League.
You had to like really lock in after that Canada Day series. It was kind of like, whoa. And then it just kept on coming. And then we slowed down a little bit, like, because we
Now
were tired
we're hot,
and we're just right back up again.
full steam, getting hot at the right moment. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know what else to say. It's
I
life's
don't know
good.
what else to say besides the next time we talk to you guys on here, the season will probably be done unless we talk next Monday after the Kansas City series ahead
Or
of
unless we
Boston.
do something in Toronto.
I mean, I don't know
Which
what
is
we would do.
possible. Me neither, but we could. If we figure it out, we figure it out. If
We
not, then
either
we're getting drunk in the hotel.
we'll either talk to you guys right before the Boston series on Tuesday, or the next time we see you, the Toronto Blue Jays could be AL East champions
That's
and
fuck.
have the best record in the American League. Whatever it is, we'll see you then. Let's go,
Yeah.
Jays. And stay tuned for a Toronto travel vlog, which will come up. It'll be during that bye week that the Wild Card Series is going on. We'll have to do some playoff predictions. We're going to do a Blue Jays playoff roster
To pick it up.
outlook. We'll get you guys. We'll do ALDS series preview for whatever team we face. Actually, before we get into that, I want to just point note at the wild card series, at the wild card race, and say it's insane right now. Like Houston and Boston are tied, and New York's 2 up on them. Like none of those spots are guaranteed. I think that's the most interesting part of this race. Besides, if Seattle can win the division and clinch a bye, that's all.
Yeah.
Also, the Mets suck.
Yeah. Holy fuck! Do they ever? It makes me so happy.
I know. But that's all. So see you guys in the next one, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we'll be AL East champions by then. See you all in the next one. Subscribe and let's go Jays. Drop your predictions for whatever.